Hey guys, welcome back to Memory Space. This is Fro speaking. In this video, you're gonna study the morphology of a fish. Compared with the word changes series, pertaining to abstract concepts and emotions, this one is all about visual objects. The learning procedure doesn't change, since it's the core foundation. The phonemic system I use on this channel is 75 common phonograms and 31 spelling rules, proposed by Denise Eide. We found Morphology of English. If you're a new viewer, please check the links of the first sources and the book information in the description. So let's get to this. The first word is a pectoral fin. Pectoral has 3 syllables and the stress is at the first one. The first syllable is pec, the first sound of a-e, k, the first sound of k, s. The second syllable is ter. The schwa sound of or controlled by r. The last syllable is o. The first schwa sound reduced from a. The first sound of a-r. O. C says k because it's followed by t, not e-i or y. Or says it's schwa sound because it's in an unstressed syllable. And the phonogram A says it's first schwa sound because it's also in an unstressed syllable. And we apply the say to spell method and say pectoral for spelling purpose by putting a stress on all syllables. Pector is a combining form, meaning breast. L is an adjective suffix, meaning relating to something. So pectoral means relating to breast. And a pectoral fin is a fin relating to or associated with breast. The next one is a pelvic fin. Pelvic has 2 syllables and the stress is at the first one. The first syllable is pel, a. The first sound of a-e, o. The second syllable is vic, v, e. The first sound of e-i-e, y. The first sound of k, s. And it's unnecessary to use the say to spell method in this word since the vowel in the unstressed syllable is already reduced. Pelv is a combining form meaning basin, a container like a bowl. A pelvis is a basin-like bony structure. Ic is an adjective suffix meaning relating to something. So pelvic means relating to pelvis. And a pelvic fin is a fin relating to pelvis. The next word is an anal fin. Anal has 2 syllables and the stress is at the first one. The first syllable is a. The second sound of a-a-r. The second syllable is no. The first schwa sound reduced from a. The first sound of a-a-r. O. And we apply the say to spell method and say anal for spelling purpose by putting the stress on all syllables. An is a combining form meaning a ring. So anus is an opening resembling to a ring at the end of a large intestine. L is an adjective suffix meaning relating to something. So anal means relating to a ring. And an anal fin is a fin relating to anus. The next word is a caudal fin. Caudal has 2 syllables and the stress is at the first one. The first syllable is caud. K. The first sound of k, s. R. 2 later R. The one may not be used at the end of English words, since English words do not end in I, U, V, or J. The second syllable is O. The first schwa sound reduced from a. The first sound of a-a-r. O. And we apply the say to spell method and say caudal for the spelling purpose by putting the stress on all syllables. Caud is a combining form meaning tail. Tail is an adjective suffix meaning relating to something. So caudal means relating to a tail. And a caudal fin is a fin relating to a tail. The next word is a dorsal fin. Dorsal has two syllables and the stress is that first one. The first syllable is door, the, or, all controlled by R. The second syllable is so, s. The first sound of s, the first schwa sound reduced from a. The first sound of a, r, o. And we apply the set to spell method and say dorsal for the spelling purpose by putting the stress on all syllables. Dors is a combining form meaning back. Sal is an adjective suffix meaning relating to something. So dorsal means relating to the back. And a dorsal fin is a fin relating to the back. The next word is maxilla. Maxilla has three syllables and the stress is at the second one. The first syllable is max. First sound of r. X. The first sound of x. Z. The second syllable is ill. E. The first sound of I, E, O. The third syllable is L. O. The first schwa sound reduced from R. The third sound of R. The phonogram A says its first schwa sound because it's in an unstressed syllable. And we apply the say to spell method and say maxilla for the spelling purpose by putting the stress on all syllables. We recover the phonogram A and say R sound because it's at the end of a word. The maxilla is a base word meaning jawbone or upper jaw. The next word is mandible. Mandible has three syllables and the stress is at the first one. The first syllable is man. The first sound of R. The second syllable is the. The first schwa sound reduced from I. The second sound of E, The third syllable is bo. Dark L. I'm not trying to say something to scare you guys, since the concept of dark L and light L are quite simple. Let's begin with the light L. Light L is a consonant sound. It would put the tip of the tongue behind the upper teeth and say O. Dark L is a vowel consonant sound. It consists of two parts. The first part is the first schwa sound, and the second part is the light L. We say dark L in the last syllable because we need a vowel to link the two consonants and O. And we also need a silent final E in the last syllable since every syllable must have a written vowel. The phonogram I says its first schwa sound because it's in an unstressed syllable. And we apply the say to spell method and say mandible for the spelling purpose by putting the stress on all syllables. Mandi is a combining form meaning to chew. Ball is a noun suffix meaning an instrument or tool. So mandible means an instrument for chewing or lower jaw. The next word is nostril. Nostril has two syllables and the stress is at the first one. The first syllable is nos. The first sound of R-O-U. S. The first sound of S. The second syllable is tro. T. The first schwa sound reduced from E. The first sound of E-I-E. O. And we apply the say to spell method and say nostril for the spelling purpose by putting the stress on all syllables. Nos is a combining form meaning nose. Tro is a combining form meaning hole. So nostril means one of the two holes of a nose. The last word is operculum. Operculum has 4 syllables and the stress is at the second one. The first syllable is O, the second sound of A, O, U. The second syllable is per, the E controlled by R. The third syllable is Q, K, the first sound of K, S. U, the second sound of U, U, W. The last syllable is lum, or the first sound of U, U, W. In this case, it's unnecessary to apply the sentence spell method, since the vowels in the unstressed syllables are already reduced or retain their original sounds. Oper is a combining form, meaning to cover. The noun suffix culum has several meanings, and the one used in operculum means a place such as a shell, a container, or space appropriate to do something. So operculum means a shell for covering the gill, the respiratory organ. The suffix could also mean small, such as particle. Party is a combining form meaning part or piece. So particle means a small part or piece. It could also mean an instrument by which an action is performed, such as vehicle. Vehi is a combining form meaning to carry from one place to another. So vehicle means an instrument or device carrying someone or something from one place to another. And that's it. This is memory space through speaking. Hope you like this new format. Happy New Year and see you on the next video. Bye bye.